clean.
It's really clean, actually.
I mean,
3,500 miles.
So it should be clean, but you know what I mean, like cleanly done.
Yeah, kid I went to high school with.
Yeah.
Been friends with him for 20 years at this point.
That's what Bill said.
Yeah.
Bill's like he was the first person to have 20s back in the day.
Dude, he was. He had an old school like box, like F10 Blazer, and it had 20s on it. And this was when we were in like 10th grade, maybe. So what are you in 10th grade? 16? So this was 21 years ago, 20 years ago. Yeah, this is like 21 years ago. He had that, and he had like two, like 15s or something, like subs in the back. Yeah, it's fucking sick. He used to ride out and bump. He would leave the hatch up in the back, so. But yeah, he got this, and he wasn't gonna do anything to it. His brother works at it. The first dealership Chevy dealership I ever worked at, I worked with his brother. His brother actually still works there. And
Thomas Chevrolet.
Thomas Chevrolet, yeah. And where him and my buddy John work.
I used to go to the car shows once in a while.
Yeah. Well, his brother still works there, and he's like, I don't want to do anything. My brother always gives me shit, blah blah blah. And then I guess he just decided to do the blower, and he's like, okay, to put the blower on. I had the blower on it for like, I don't know, a couple weeks, and then he put the headers on it. It's just on, Procharged's like base tune now that was set up for the stock car with the blower. Okay. So no headers or nothing, but I'm gonna make a baseline pull and we'll see where it is. Okay.
Cam does in a manual. Well, we should be able to better that.
I hope so, yeah. Not bad. It's 7 pounds stock motor.
Yeah. As we mentioned before, LT1s are not forged like the LT4s, so
correct.
Really try to limit these boost-wise. Single digits, really, I mean, no more than 7 or 8, really. I mean,
yeah, we don't like going more than that. We need to be super conservative.
Yes, there have been people that have pushed them further and done all that, but it's not a reliable.
No, we've seen stock cars come in that have cracked pistons.
Yeah. So does GM. These things.
Yeah.
These, I think they had a TSB on them for just going stock ones.
Probably. Like it's not common, but it's not uncommon. And a lot of times you never even know. Car runs perfectly fine. Like we've done compression tests in cars, and the compression test is fine. But when you pull it apart, underneath on like the second ringland under, it's cracked.
Yep.
So I mean, you would never really notice any difference as far as like it running, or it doesn't like grenade the motor or anything. But when you add boost, it just amplifies that, and not good.
Nope. This little gauge setup too.
Yeah. Yeah. Be a fun little car when he's done.
I don't
think he hasn't ripped on it yet since he did the headers. Yeah, he was worried about it. So
I think if I was to do one of these, I would do black. I can't do another black car, but only because the front end doesn't have that like fader looking thing in the front. Black really makes it look uniform. So I guess I didn't realize this thing has cats.
Did you not realize that?
I didn't know the full spec info. I usually don't get that until after I can talk to Bill.
It does.
Kind of got to wait a little bit between pulls. Like
yeah, a little bit. Cats get a little heat in them, and
strict.
It's also a little warm today.
It's been a little warm every day.
Yes, it has. What does it say? 86.
It's pretty good.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Wow. Procharged tune was pretty on point.
It wasn't terrible. Nope, wasn't bad.
So getting a little bit from it, but that's to be expected on a dyno tune versus a.
They're hit or miss. Like every car is obviously different. So having, I'm sure they have basically the same tune for all the cars. So it's
Has to be more generic.
yeah, it's hit or miss. Like we've seen some that weren't that great, and then we've seen others that are fine.
Like this one.
Yeah. So I mean, if you have a wideband and stuff in the car, like obviously that's good, so you can check it. But if you're just going off, can I go beat on it? Especially when you change stuff. Like when their tune is for a stock car with a blower, then you put headers and do some other shit, then that's a little different story.
Yep.
But it's wasn't bad.
Pretty decent after the headers. Cool.
Yeah. Now.
Eric, the Scuminator. Oh yeah, yep. My goal, Eric, was to work with you for 3.5 years to help Photoshop something for you for free to get $30 from you. Actually, but I didn't even get it. That's my end goal, Eric. What can I say? Totally worth it. Trust me, $30 is not enough to deal with you every day.
You couldn't pay me $1 million to deal with you for
See?
that.
Exactly. So this is the G8's engine back from the machine shop. Fresh refresh. Looks a hell of a lot better than when it left. Can't really check out the cam stuff since the cam's already in. Eric's putting the lifters in. We're doing heads on this, right? Yeah, boys. Cool.
Yep.
So what Eric and I were talking about is he saw this picture of a blue Nova on the internet and was like, oh man, I wish this thing was green. So I photoshopped the green for him. I even found a higher res. And he's like, oh man, I wish I could get these made into stickers. So I got him in touch with well actually I took care of it. I messaged the sticker guy, gave Eric a price. Eric was like, oh, I don't want to spend that much. So the guy's like, oh, I'll kind of do it on the side. Whatever, I'll hook you guys up. And now he's complaining because it isn't happening yet. Typical internet scumbag.
He scammed me. It's all good.
Because the sticker guy hasn't delivered his stickers yet.
It's all scam.
Because Eric wanted to be a cheap dick.
It's been 3 weeks.
I tell him to keep the money. I'm just be like, yo, keep the money. Eric's a douchebag. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah. I needed to save my money for a photo shoot on the beach this weekend.
So you're gonna need a lot more than $30.
Yeah.
So Eric's a little upset, needless to say. So obviously this C6Z is done. That's the G8 over there. So once it gets this all complete, push the G8 over here and get it started. But unfortunately, Eric is going to be out on vacation for like 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months.
Hopefully soon. We got a quick baseline to do. Whoa!
Is the exhaust even coming out of the tailpipe, or is it?
It's coming out from underneath. I mean, it sounds like it's open, like cutouts.
Yeah. Are we gonna be able to get a wideband reading?
I don't know. That's a good idea. That's a good question. Not sure what's done to this thing, but you're good. Oh, Orla attacks. Yeah. No cats. Let's check out the front. Matt said it's got a fast on it. 2010. Auto, manual?
Auto.
Intake. Fast. Stock manifolds. I'm assuming we're going to be doing headers then.
Doing headers and a roto fab.
It's going to be really loud when we're done with it, if it's this loud with just stock manifolds. Ellis, oh no, it's a L90, not whatever, because it's auto.
300.
It's going to make more than that. I'll go 410.
Alright.
smoke.
Oh! Look at that! Like 11-0.
Yeah, so there you have it. As you can see, so this reference line here, that's on 12.5. That's what we want these things to be at, NA. As you can see, it's pretty good, starts to get fat, gets really fat towards the end. 11.1, 11.0, so yeah, that's pretty rich. So Eric is on vacation. He's gone for a couple days, and Matt is gonna steal his spot right here just because we got other cars, blowers off of that thing. Messing around with this 5th gen. Then we're gonna work on this 5th gen. So he's already got the headers lined up, new gaskets and everything. He's got to snug them up. This one's going in right now. So I'm gonna bang this thing out pretty quick, and then we'll probably get it back on the dyno. He's also gonna change the K&N intake for a rotofab as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the pedal commander off, obviously. I'm gonna flash the FCT back to stock, and then that way Cram's just...
So it has a pedal commander, which if you haven't seen one of our other videos, we absolutely hate. They cause nothing but issues.
To figure out why I couldn't flash it, and if I flashed it, it would run on like 3 cylinders and go into reduced engine power right away. I don't want to run it for that long.
It sounds so bad.
Then it took us like another day to realize that it was this worthless PCE causing it. The throttle controller, this junk. I don't know what it was doing to the tune, but if I flashed it with HP tuners, I could even flash the stock tune back in it.
It still does.
And it would literally run like it was running on 3 cylinders. It was in reduced engine power, like nothing would work. And then we unhook this and the car's fine. So don't ever buy one of these for your Camaro. People think that it makes the car that much greater. Literally, the only thing that it does is tell the computer that you're giving it more throttle than you actually are. So that's why it feels faster. If you push the pedal 20%, it puts the throttle, say 40%. So you're like, oh my God, this thing's fast. Floor it. It's not any faster. I can do the same thing in the tune.
And then I guess the tune that is in it is an SAT, which is just a plug-in. That explains why it's so rich, because those things are just designed to be safe. They're not designed to get peak power. That's what the dyno tuning is for. I forgot to ask you, how many miles are on this thing? 70,000, okay. So here are the stock manifolds with piping and everything that went to the boiler system. And then we're doing header connections. Connection pipes will go right into that system.
Straight pipe.
It pretty much is. I mean, these mufflers are not mufflers. They're like sound resonators. Headers varying. It was both stop. It's on the lower side of the baselines.
Yeah, the clutch don't feel all that great.
That's what Matt said when he was driving. It's a little lower. I'm gonna go 455.
Oh, the clutch is feeling a little funny.
You did say clutch is funny?
You just gotta let the pedal all the way out. Usually means they're worn, but it's only got 20,000 miles on it.
It's like spongy.
Yeah. So the pedal's on it, right? Yeah, 20K on it or something. First 3/4, almost full
That
pull.
was a full pull. What is the baseline? 430 something?
436. Yeah, on the lower side.
Yeah.
Torque on that looked fine, so I don't think it was slipping.
No, I was holding it up in case I could feel it push down. Usually you can feel them start to pull down, so I was holding my foot on it.
so what was happening is Fran was getting a bunch of knock up top, as you can see. We drained the fuel and put fresh 93 pump gas in it, made another pull, that's this blue. Right where it's supposed to be, so big difference there. That's good gas and bad gas, so yeah, big difference.
Yeah, first pull on like a normal tune that I would have in this thing, it got like 10 degrees of knock. I'm like, what the? First pull, it actually wasn't bad. It got like 3 or 4 degrees. Second pull, it got 10. I'm like, what? It was only like above like 5,500 that it got it too.
I know it's got cats, but that's not going to make that big of a difference.
No. Well, that's fine. Now it's making exact, so it picked up like 80 horsepower at this point. Yeah. Made 430 base. 436.
Can
So
also explain some of the low.
So it picked up 80.
Yeah. It's about right. I mean, headers, heads, and intake.
Yeah. It was stock when it got here?
Yeah.
We did it all?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good then.
I mean, it probably didn't get knocked on a bone stock car, but it was on the lower side.
Gas. They'll do wonders.
Yeah. So wherever this guy's getting gas, stop.
Yeah. Hopefully not Wawa or something.
Probably is. It's a PA car, so Wawa has a tendency to have some gas.
Yes, they do.
They just buy it from wherever's cheapest.
Correct.
I know that for a fact.
Like KP's truck, when we put like Wawa 91 in hers, her car runs like not like but you can notice it between that and like good 93 somewhere. Hey,
you could have had freaking 87 in it.
Literally.
Unfortunately, we can't test octane of it.
No.
That's much better. He should be pretty happy with that.
I'd hope so.
I'm interested to see how much you're able to pick up on this thing.
Well, it had some on it. It had a programmer and like a
SCT and
a pedal. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's the general plan every time we meet.
Well, the general plan's to be up a lot of it.
Depends what we do.
That's true. This already had an intake, we swapped it for another intake, and just added headers.
So. See? It already had a tune of some sort on it.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sure it probably shifted terrible and all that, but...
Shot the flames, though.
Did it?
That's clearly gone. Yeah, it was pretty smoky dick too.
Baseline?
Yeah, there.
Okay. Everyone liked my dicks through a straw comment, it seems. I just made it up. I've never even used it before that moment.
Just used to blowing dicks through straws, I guess.
It wasn't blowing dicks through straws, fuck face. Shooting dicks through straws.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I mean, they're two complete different ends of the spectrum. Blowing dicks and shooting dicks.